Hey friends, welcome to another episode 7 of To My Friends. We made it. We made it to another week. As though it's so epic to get to another week. We made it. We made it to another week. I just love that sound. Dude, Inception is my favorite movie ever. Hands down. Sally, I said hands down. Mark, I said hands down. Dude, I can't imagine a kid being named Mark. Where does it come from? Mark. How confusing it would be to have the name Mark growing up. I'm gonna mark your paper in red. You're gonna what? That's dumb. That's a dumb joke. So anyways, X marks the spot. Let's go on a treasure hunt for Easter eggs or whatever. X marks the spot. What? I don't do anything like that. What are you talking about? No, honey, mark means like you put something on something. Okay, this is, we try sometimes. Sometimes we try, sometimes we don't find the bits that we're looking for. Sometimes they're there and we don't even know it. So Sunday I put down, I'm just going to take you through my week as I always do. Also, by the way, if you watch these videos, listen, if you watch these videos and you like even 30 seconds of it and the rest of the hour, you're like, meh. If you like 30 seconds of it, it really doesn't hurt the algorithm in your favor if you hit that like button. All right? If you just make sweet love to that like button, it won't hurt your life and it will help it. Okay? Cuz I don't generate crazy content that's like junk for your brain entirely. That's like, at least I'm upfront when I don't know about my sources or like, I'm not gonna lead you wrong because there's nowhere that I'm leading to. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna lead down some other rabbit hole of junk that you'd find on YouTube. Unhealthy junk anyways. We got the gluten-free, sugar-free junk food on this podcast, okay? So if you like gluten-free, sugar-free junk food, slap that like button. Slap that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new, if you like it. What's the worst that could happen, really? It looks, because this is the point here. This is the point that I'm really trying to make, and this is a perfect segue into this week's episode. On Sunday, I'll take you through my week as I always do. I was lonely as fuck. Whoops. Let's try that again. On Sunday, I was lonely as fuck. Yes. So, I just want to be real with you. I'm trying to search and find the realest part of me. I'm not gonna like shed all of my skin, so to speak, so that I'm like completely bare and open emotionally speaking with you, because we're keeping it light here. If we do go down into the depths, we pack it light. We pack a lunch and a flashlight and a lunchbox. Bring a lunchbox and a flashlight. That's what our weightlifting coach in high school said. when we would do the 6 a.m. morning workouts. Pack a lunch and a flashlight because we would be getting up so early, dude. We'd be getting up before, we'd have to be there by 6 a.m. at the school for weightlifting and stuff. But man, did it feel good to be around all of my classmates who were doing that. And just the vibes were awesome. Now, of course, it's high school kids. You have some kids who are going to be kids and they're going to cause tension. But dude, that helps you rise above. I remember going face to face doing wall sits with one of the kids who I thought was a bully. Because he was. And I mean, he shoved a kid into a locker. But I mean, who didn't do that thing where you trip someone like from behind when they're like walking or whatever in school and you kick their foot to hit the other leg? I don't know if that's bullying. If you're doing it to the people who you know would who deserve it or who need to take a joke, like if they're running to get ahead of everyone else when the rules are not to run in the hallways, and they're running ahead to get ahead to everyone else to get lunch that we've all been waiting very patiently for. And the kid has definitely had his fair share of lunches, then maybe it's okay to trip him if he's breaking the rules. I don't think I ever did it to that one. I did kick someone's legs from behind. But we were like kind of close friends, so it was all good. It was all good, and it was really funny. And he slid because the floors were marble or whatever, and he had full-on khaki pants on, so he slid for quite a ways, and it was pretty funny. He didn't get hurt. So, anyways, how did I get on that? Pack a lunch and bring a flashlight, right? We're not going to get too down in the depths, but I did get very lonely on Sunday all of a sudden because I've been working. But what loneliness does is it's good for your brain because it tells your brain that you need to go hang out with people or at least be a little bit more social when you are with people. And naturally, I feel that drive, and naturally, I talk with people a little bit more when I do sense that loneliness. Now, I didn't realize like before when I got lonely, I was just like, oh, I'm lonely. And then when I'm with people, I'm like not doing anything to really add to the conversation. At least I'm not thinking like, maybe I don't have to be lonely right now. Maybe I can talk about some stupid small stuff that I would naturally hate to talk about, but at least it's something to chat about. Sometimes the shower starts dripping like an hour or two after I take a shower. And that's what happened, and it distracted me. But yeah, we don't have to be lonely, man. We don't have to be lonely. Let it guide you to make some very stupid, dumb conversation. Hey, we're basically Sims. I mean, if we're in a simulation or not, we're basically Sims. So like, and our needs are to not be lonely when we feel lonely. So just like literally go up to someone and say Zorfa Glabba Blip and just be, oh, Zorfa Dingai, Barson the Baflakanak, or whatever. Just live life. Enjoy and embrace being a sim sometimes, because you just gotta be a bit of a Zorfa Glove. I'm just losing my absolute mind. Nah. But anyways, man, let's get into the week here a little bit. Sunday happens and then it passes. And then Monday comes, and I have nothing down here because I don't remember what I did Monday, and for some reason, I guess nothing was noteworthy to write down about Monday. I was probably just editing or recording the podcast on Monday. Tuesday, I got 9.5 hours of sleep. Yes. And it was amazing. What's really sucky, though, is that every other night I got 6 or less hours of sleep.
Anxiety.
But that's okay, because every other night I was getting at least 8. So that's really boring to some of you probably, but fuck you. I don't care, honestly, man. You're here for a good time. I'm here to say Zorfa Glabba Blip.
It's like a reward.
Okay? But I didn't have any of my, it's too hot in here. I didn't have any of my gummy gums that day, and I was really clear-minded, and I didn't even have one gummy. And in the morning, I had I think I had did I have? I may or may not have had that little tiny green juice shot, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to advertise it because it's way too expensive. So I still say but I'm becoming a lot more aware of it. And like on Tuesday, dude, the universe rewarded my loneliness with some really nice musician guy at one of my jobs, and he was like, he just struck up he was like, do you mind if I take a look around in the store here? And I'm like, yeah, man, it's a store. It's what looking is for. Stores is one of the things. Yeah, it is all right. I wasn't that much of an asshole. And I don't mean to be an asshole like that even. It was more so just being like enthusiastically, yes, dude, you're really nice. You are welcome in this store. So he was like a musician guy for a long time. He's probably like, he's past 70, let's say that. I don't know. He seemed like an older gentleman, and he was really nice. And I hope I get to see and chat with him again. But he was telling me about all these countries that he went to. Japan, Kenya, Rio, Romania. Rio's not a country, but you know what I'm saying. And it was really cool to get to know his story. Chatted with me for like a good bit, dude. And it solved all of my loneliness for the rest of the week because I didn't feel lonely after that. At least not as much as Sunday or Monday. He's real, dude. He's real. And then I went to the grocery store after work and I hit my shin way too many times on the cart. Dude, I hit my shins and knees so much on things. Like, it's ridiculous, especially at the one place, at the one job or whatever. They have these like chairs that go up and down like that, kind of like this one, but like the desks are like way too low. And then there's also like cabinets. So I'm hitting my knees left and right, literally on the both of the things so much. And because like I forget to raise it or lower it or whatever. So I'm going to be built like a freaking UFC MMA fighter when I'm done, by the time I'm done working at these jobs. And with any job that has really a low desk and seats that I forget to raise and lower. I'll be able to just put a dent in someone's skull with my shins. But yeah, remember, if you recall from, this is still Tuesday, if you recall from earlier in Tuesday, I hadn't taken my gummies, so I was feeling a little bit like floating in the deep end without floaties, but you're just getting off of floaties. You know what I mean? So you're like a little bit in panic mode when really if you just took a breath and like floated, you could just float. You're in a pool. You're not like gonna drown. But it was rush hour at the grocery store, so
Anxiety.
and I was hitting my shin. I honestly counted how many times I hit my shin. After 5 I started counting because this is way too much. I'm going to start counting. If I catch myself again, I'm going to be like, okay, that's 6 so that I don't do it again. But I went entirely over 6 and entirely over 10, I would say, because I just lost track. I was so focused on getting my stuff and getting out because it was rush hour.
Anxiety.
And so I just needed to get out. My little legs were my little skinny stork-like figure legs, as my friend Joe Bayola would say. I outed him. I can bleep his name, but he patented it, stork-like figure and stork legs or whatever. So I just thought I should shout him out. So yeah, they were just banging up against the freaking cart, and I was just trying to get out of there, man. But I got out of there, man, and I got my food, and we made it. We made it through the week. Maybe that's what I meant when I said in the beginning that we made it through the week, because I hit my shins on way too many things, and I'm still standing. So yeah, I took a tolerance break on Tuesday. I don't know if Wednesday I did any. I don't think I had any Wednesday or Thursday, or maybe even I think I had some Friday and Saturday maybe. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't have some Friday either, but I had some yesterday and I had some today, which is Sunday. So yeah, Wednesday was fun. You know what that means when I get out my headphones? It's video time. So my bestie sent me a video and I've watched it a couple times, but I'm going to break it down for you here because it's I don't have words for it, but let's take a look here.
Not see this, not see that. You know, I'm beginning to think they don't like us. You know what? I've said this before. We need to learn from the blacks. The way they were able to remove the power from the N-word by using it. So
okay, first I'm going to take you through this video. When he says by using it, look at the way his eyes move down and scan the room to see if anyone's on his side. It's the most insecure little moment. He knows he's saying something on the edge, and he looks down at the desk and then and then up and around at people. It's really quick, but see if you can catch it. I'm going to restart it.
Not see this, not see that. You know, I'm beginning to think they don't like us. You know what? I've said this before. We need to learn from the blacks. The way they were able to remove the power from the N-word by using it.
By using it, right? He might as well have said it like that. Even though he says he said it before, doubling down on it to prove that he's not insecure.
Not see this, not see that. You know, I'm beginning to think they don't like us.
No. Hey, guy. No, I don't know.
Not see this, not see that. You know,
nope, I don't.
I'm beginning to think they don't like us. You know what? I've said this before, we need to learn from the blacks. The way they were able to remove the power from the N-word by using it. So from now on, it's what up, my Nazi? Hey, what up?
The guy trying to stop him. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. As if he didn't go too far already.
So from now on, it's what up, my Nazi? Hey, what up, my Nazi? Hey, what's hanging, my Nazi?
My God, he said. Hold on. Listen.
What up, my Nazi? Hey, what up, my Nazi? Hey, what's hanging, my Nazi? Nazi.
Oh, dude. Wait. The best part is coming up. But wait for this. The pause here. He's about to go absolutely off the rails, and someone needs to save him for the network to survive, right?
Hey, what up, my Nazi? Hey, what's
Right
hanging,
here.
my Nazi?
The longest silence.
Nazi, please.
Ah! No! No!
Thank God.
Oh, her face! Dude. I do not want to get political ever. But this is on national news. This isn't like some local mess up in some novice reporter trying to be on the edge, or just this guy's been around, and these people have been around. And those of you who are more in the loop in politics, you're like, dude, yeah, do you live in a fucking rock? No, I live in my brain. That's inside of a skull.
I'm just me.
And I control what goes in and out of my skull as much as I can. But dude.
Nazi, please.
No. The way she said it, like she knew she was gonna get, dude, I don't even know what the fuck is the world anymore. And then the title of it is Dems Smear Ice with Nazi comparisons. Smear ice. Taking a big ol' steamy shit and smearing it on ice. That's what I imagine. That's what those words give me there. And honestly, Ice deserves it. He said it! A firework. Ice deserves shit and literal ice smeared all over their faces so that they all get pink eye and can't do anything. They're hospitalized until this all blows over like everything else does because everything changes and we evolve and we'll get through this. It might, the people who get through this will get through this. That's dark. The people who won't get through this won't get through this. That's really fucking sad, but you can't do anything about it though, right? I mean, you can be an activist or whatever, but that's a lot of work and energy, and I just don't have that at this moment. I just don't have that at this moment. So anyways, they're fucking ridiculous, okay? The Fox News people, okay? I imagine, like, I wonder what my great-grandma would have said, or how she would have thought. I wonder if she would have thought, they went too far with that one. I honestly don't think she would even get the lingo, because I don't think she's heard, I don't think she's heard the original version of that said, because she's not societally like in the loop really. So she'd have been like, I don't know, thinking about when to cook her next batch of brownies or something, or banana bread. So yeah, that was that. That was fucking absolutely insane. So, all right, we're gonna go on to the next one. And this is what I really want to make changes on, okay? These are the policies that I really want to make changes on right here. That I feel like I have a voice for, that I can, because these are not saying these are not, these are very, what I'm going to care about here in this following video is much less important than how terrible that was. But what I'm saying is just how much I hate the battery notification on my phone, okay? So I'm going to play you, I don't want to get all riled up again, because I think what I said here will explain how riled up I was. I'll give you this version, and then I'll give you how riled up I am about it now after this video. It's just things like, I want to scroll on like some dumb app and see interesting, cool videos of like a guy running faster than a truck, and the Wi-Fi goes out. It's the fluency of how fast the guy is going with the truck. It's a nice movement. So when it cuts out, it's very dissatisfying. Okay, continue. And it pauses, and so it's not fluent, and it's so unsatisfying. I agree with myself. So then the video loops back and restarts, and I'm like, okay, well, it caught up to the internet now. It must have, because it finished the rest of the video. So it's got the full video loaded. It's locked and ready to go. It's just things like these where it starts again, and then, dude, the fucking battery notification comes on from my fucking phone at 20%. Hey, that's so pissed. 20% until I can't use my phone anymore. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and the percents don't go that fast. Nope. Apple, change it. I don't need to be notified of a battery being gone until it's gone. If I don't notice what my phone is at, that's on me. If I don't notice the battery percentage, that's on me. I will take all faults for everything that happens in life when my battery dies because I didn't know what percent it was at. I will gladly miss
funerals.
Well-
I will gladly miss the birth of my own children because I didn't have my phone charged like a smart person would have charged in emergency situations.
So animated.
Why would I ever need to know that my battery is at 20%?
You know, at least make it 5 or 10. I could get away with 10, maybe 10%. That's like, that'll start to dwindle pretty quick. But when you're at 20% and it's I mean, I have an 11 Pro and that's super outdated. And it takes so long. It takes so long for it to drop down to 0. And I haven't even gotten my battery serviced or anything like that. So it's like, at least don't make it so intrusive so that it pauses everything you're doing. I could be making a very important venting video to my best friend that's 5 minutes long, and it could cut off at 20 seconds, and I wouldn't have realized until I'm all the way done with it. Change it. Change that, Apple. Also, my bestie brought up a good point about Apple today. If you unsend a message, it lets the other person know.
Anxiety?
And so, of course, you could have just, they're like, what did you unsend? Because you could have just edited it if it wasn't that bad, but it lets you know that you edited it as well.
Anxiety?
So then they can check what the edited version of it was, and they'd be like, oh, you're a dumbass. You forgot how to spell characterized. Or you forgot how to spell pneumonia. Dummy. Or, whoops, you spilled the beans on some gossip shit that you shouldn't have spilled the beans on, and I don't know why it has a lisp. So why would it let everyone know that you deleted or unsent a message? Like, the point of that is to not have the person know anything about what has happened in that message or that it was even sent. So that's stupid, huh? Yes, it is. Napoleon, do you agree that that's stupid?
Yes.
Yes, it's very fucking stupid. So I called the Wi-Fi place for no reason after that because my phone just didn't. I disconnected from the Wi-Fi, and then I forgot that I tried to enable it again, and it just didn't automatically connect to the Wi-Fi. But I didn't realize that until I was 14 minutes into a phone call with the support people. And I bet I sounded so dumb, and I realized it, and I was like, I'm sorry. This call was for no reason. I just realized it just didn't connect automatically. I was nice though. I wasn't infuriated. I wasn't infuriated. Infuriated is like to be made lesser than or something like that. Technically, it means to be lesser than. So yeah, that was Wednesday. Thursday, I woke up to a lovely little friend on my shoulder. And I'm not talking about a mistress. I am talking about a tiny little grasshopper.
Hi, little buddy.
Look at him. He's so cute.
Young grasshopper.
He could be a she too. I don't know.
Look at you.
It's like dancing on my finger.
Little dance. He dancing.
He's like lining up his next
Young grasshopper.
His next jump.
Moves. Look at the young grasshopper.
And I'm not being racist.
You bully.
This-
Better not bite me, you big ugly fuck.
Big ass, hairy ass fly came along and scared it away.
Fuzzy. Damn.
I really
Gross,
missed.
I gotta wash this hand. I don't know what kind of shit you've been into.
So, anyways, that was cute, and he landed on my shoulder. He landed on my shoulder again this morning, or she, whatever the fuck. They landed on my shoulder again. It was one bug though. So, I don't know what day it is of the week. I have to look every day because I work on random days of the week. I don't have normal weekends except for like, you know, because some days I have like I've reserved like Sundays and Mondays to like be my days off, but like it's hard to know if it's Sunday or Monday when you have sometimes you have Saturdays off, sometimes you have Wednesdays off, sometimes you have Tuesdays off, you know, things like that. So that was on my notes for some reason. I don't know why that was worth mentioning. There's a guy who smells from 40 feet away who goes to the gym that I work at. Sometimes it's probably because he runs or bikes there, but you can smell him from 40 feet away. There's a guy who walks too slow, like way too, like, I don't know how he walks. He looks like he just murdered a family and it could have been his, but every time he walks into the gym. So it's like he had done it from before I knew him and he's just still trying to get over that. It's like someone murdered his entire family or he murdered his entire family. One of the two. I don't know how to read people who have murdered people. I don't know how to tell the difference between someone who's murdered their family or someone who's had their family murdered, if they look like an average kind of a person. I don't know, but every person looks like an average person unless they're really fucked up looking. So how do you know, really? You don't want to be like prejudiced or anything. And I'm saying that just to like include, I'm saying prejudiced against, like, I'm not saying racially, I'm just saying like scummy, greasy people with, you know, bad hygiene. But this guy didn't look like he had bad hygiene or anything. He just like walking really slow. Like I'm talking like his feet barely moved in front of the other ones. And he's like, I mean, maybe he's just really on that spectrum, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not even trying to be funny. Like maybe he really is, and I don't know. Whatever. Props to him if he is. Props to him if he isn't. I don't know, dude. I hate dancing around shit. Dude. I would love to take some dancing lessons though. Be cool to learn some weird, funky stuff, funky moves. I realized like how when I say things with confidence sometimes it could seem like I'm being a dick or being quick with people. And so then I think that's a big reason why I'm not confident a lot, like a lot of times that I'm not confident. Not saying that I'm not confident a lot, but like when I am not confident, I think that's the reason why, is like I don't want to come off as a dick. I feel like I'm in a sensitive situation or something. But the guy who walked really slow came up and asked me, like, he seemed like really nice. He was like, so do you guys close at 10 tonight? And I was like, 9. And I realized the way I said it was very direct, but like it wasn't like a dick or anything. And I could just see his face go like I don't know, maybe he was really sensitive, or maybe I did come off as a dick, but I didn't mean to. So if he ever sees this, I didn't mean it. Wait, guy who walks really slow, that's me. He's talking about me. Oh, that time that I asked him what time the gym was closing at. He wasn't actually being a dick when he said 9. Oh. Can you imagine? That will never happen. I would probably bet like so much money. I would bet if I had $20,000, I would put $20,000 on it that he would never see this video or pick out that it's him who walks too slow. He wouldn't realize it's him that I'm talking about is the point. And I would win $88 million. Everything I need to live every year for the rest of my life as a millionaire and not have to work again. I did the math one time. If I live to 88 plus years from now. Saturday, yesterday morning, I had a crazy dream. And, so here it is. I was in an episode of The Office. I was acting in an episode of The Office. And I was in like the break room or like the conference room with Michael and in the TV show The Office, I should clarify. And I like had went off like, you know, off screen sort of like away like backstage or whatever the fuck. And there's not a backstage because it's an actual office, but you know what I mean? Off to by where like where Creed and Meredith sit. I kind of walked back around there and I noticed that my mom was on set and it was like after the scene or whatever, but like she was with Daryl, who's like the black guy, the bigger, like heavier set black guy with an afro in that show. And he was like sitting down, like facing the rest of the room. And she was like next to him, kind of behind him, standing behind him. And I realized, I knew it was my mom because of her facial structure and like, you know, but she was black and had an afro. And I started cringing very hard after I realized, oh, let me get there first. Let me get to this point. So I was cringing, but then that's not the end of the dream. That's not the end of the dream. Okay. I went to, sometimes I start saying a sentence and I don't even mean to say the words that came out. Like I did not, nowhere did I go. Okay. I stayed where I was and she was saying, I know it's frowned upon to get a picture with the actors or whatever, but I just wanted to, this is extra special for me because Donovan McNabb here is also someone who makes $40,000 a year. My mom makes more than $40,000 a year, I think. I don't know. That doesn't matter. But like Donovan McNabb here is someone who makes $40,000 a year and is on and is happy with his life or whatever. And I'm happy with my life doing whatever I'm doing for whatever salary I'm making, but I just wanted to get a picture. She called him Donovan McNabb, and I know this isn't real, but it's in my dream. She called him Donovan McNabb, and I know you're thinking, Zach, it's your subconscious being racist. It's your subconscious thinking Philbin is Donovan McNabb. Or at least that's what his name is. And I'm not. My subconscious is not. It's just funny. And so as she was done with her little tiny speech or whatever, I was like burying my head in my hands. Okay. I was so embarrassed, and she walked away or whatever and then walked back to say something else, and I could see her skin turning into white. So like I was like, "Oh my gosh." Realizing my mom was not black, not actually black, and she was in blackface or whatever, and like, had black makeup on or whatever to make her look black. And then she was walking back, and then she was like completely like turning like, more of my color. And I was like, oh my, what the fuck? I woke up from that dream and I was like, what the fuck is my fucking brain? So I just had to share that with you. And I have really crazy dreams when I take a tolerance break from the gums. So I'm blaming it on that. And but I don't know, man. Today I was super fucking productive. I was like, today was one of the days that I got 6 or less hours of sleep. I got like 2.5 hours of sleep. And then I woke up for an hour because I couldn't fall back asleep for an hour. So I gave up, went on my phone, emailed someone about tattoos and stuff. I had a quick change of an idea of a tattoo that I want to get. And so I emailed that person the correction, and then sent my friend a song that I mixed and mastered to see what he thought about it. He's a musician friend too, and he's going to send it to another engineer or whatever for him to check at it, get multiple ears on it, make sure that shit's sounding a blast for your ears when I release it. And I sent it to him, and he was up, and it's like 4 a.m, and that was crazy, but it's only 2 a.m. for him. And there was more to that, but I'm realizing it doesn't really matter. And I think I already mentioned it. It might have been when he said something about the unsent notification and all that. But anyways, dude.
Nazi, please.
Thank God.
Dude. When I see that video, I'm like, now I'm like really looking at it, and I'm like, that's like, those are like commentators of hell, like in hell, like the devil's chilling at the top of his hierarchy or bottom or whatever, and these guys are on another level. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen The Good Place, but like there's like a hangout club zone, like where there's dancing and stuff, and it's just like lustful, pleasureful things that are going to cause a lot of suffering later. And that makes me think that we're actually in hell now because there's that in real life. So I don't know. It's these kinds of things that make me think that we're in some type of hell, and just people are on different levels of it. But like, there's like heaven can be found here as well, I guess. The yin and the yang. There's a white dot in the black dot or whatever, and a black dot in the white dot. So this is where I start to lose what I'm talking about. But anyways, that's going to be it for this episode, I think. Thank you for watching, and remember, dude, if you like it, hit the like button. Don't leave that lonely one like sitting there. Yes, I like my own videos because I agree with myself and I have fun doing this. If you think I'm weird for liking my own videos, you need a little bit more self-love in your life. And that's all. That's all. I'm just here to promote self-loving. I'm here to promote Zorfa Glabba Blingenstav. Alrighty. Have a good week, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.